Hi, my friends. Hello. This is a book haul. I fell down a rabbit hole and I bought a lot of books that I probably didn't need, but I wanted, so that's important. So I found this, I don't know. I got an email. I got an email from, it's called The Book Outlet, not sponsored. If you want to sponsor me, call me. I've never ordered from them before. Hello, Miss Lola. And I was in the car with my husband. We were driving back from Toronto and I was like, oh, let me see if I added so many to my cart, like, what would it look like? And the books were discounted a lot. So it's like newer books that, it was hardcovers for like $10. So I love a deal. I love a deal. And I ended up with, I don't even know how many in my cart. And then I was like, this is a little ridiculous. It was like $300 and I couldn't justify that. So I reined it back. I reined it back to this. Now this is still a lot of books. This is still more than a normal person would buy, but I'm not normal. So let's open this up. This has been here for 2 days and I wanted to do this video and my kids are like, they were like, Mom, you gotta open that. They were more excited than me, I think, to open this. And then my cat laid on it for a while. The box is a little beat up. But yes, I'm excited. Okay, let's get started. Oh, that felt so good. Okay, let me see. I think I even forgot what I ordered. Okay. Are you ready? Book number 1, The Lost Village by Camilla Steen. It says I paid $15.98 for it. I don't know if I did. Honestly, at the end, I wasn't really looking at the prices. But in Canada, let's just, sorry, pause. In Canada, this book is $36.50, but in the States is $26.99. What is happening? Why are books so more expensive in Canada? End of rant. Okay, so The Lost Village. This one is about a documentary filmmaker, Alice Linstead, has been obsessed with vanishing residents of an old mining town dubbed the Lost Village since she was a little girl. In 1959, her grandmother's entire family disappeared in the mysterious tragedy, and ever since, the unanswered questions surrounded the only 2 people who were left. A woman stoned to death in a town center and an abandoned newborn have plagued her. She's gathered a small crew of friends in a remote village to make a film about what really happened. But there will be no turning back. Not long after they set up camp, strange things begin to happen. Equipment is destroyed. People go missing as doubt breeds fear. And their very mind begins to crack. One thing becomes startlingly clear to Alice. They are not alone. They're looking for the truth. But what if it finds them first? Does that not sound good? I think this might be on my fall TBR. Maybe? Add that there. Okay. The Final Support Group by Grady Hendrix. So this one is, in horror movies, the final girl is the one who's left standing when the credits roll. The one who fought back, defending the killer and avenging her friends. The one who emerges bloodied but victorious. But after the sirens fade and the audience moves on, what happens to her? Lynette Tackerton is a real-life final girl who survived a massacre 22 years ago, and it has defined every day of her life since. And she's not alone. For more than a decade, she's been meeting with 5 other actual final girls and their therapists in a support group for those who survived the unthinkable, putting their lives back together piece by piece. That is until one of the women misses a meeting, and Lynette's worst fears are realized. Someone knows about the group and is determined to take the lives apart again, piece by piece. But the thing about these final girls is that they have each other now, and no matter how bad the odds, how dark the night, how sharp the knife, they will never, ever give up. Book number 3. Okay, So I don't know if this is the real price. And I hate stickers on the book. I'll pick it off after. I know, it bugs you too. Okay, so the book Practical Magic, which has become a movie that most of us have seen. This is the prequel. What number book is this? This is one of them. I think this is the third book. Could be. Anyways, it's one of them. I want to read that series. I think that is, especially for fall, for Halloween, I think that would be a great series to get into. So I don't think they had the whole series, but I grabbed this one anyways, hoping that maybe I could find it somewhere else. Who knows? Okay, so this one is Magic Lessons by Alice Hoffman, the prequel to Practical Magic. Where does the story of the Owens bloodline begin? With Maria Owens in the 1600s, when she abandoned in a snowy field in rural England as a baby. Under the care of Hannah Owens, Maria learns about the Nameless Act. Hannah recognizes that Maria has a gift and she teaches the girl all she knows. It is here she learns her first important lesson. Sorry, my ring light just burnt out. Always love someone who will love you back. When Maria is betrayed by the man who once declared her love for her, she follows him to Salem, Massachusetts. Here she invokes the curse that will haunt her family, and is here that she learns the rule of magic and the lesson she will carry with her for the rest of her life. Love is the only thing that matters. Magic Lessons is a celebration of life and love and a showcase of Alice Hoffman's masterful storytelling. Okay, so I think somewhere in here there might be another one of these, maybe not, I don't know, because I was kind of crazy by the end of it. Okay, ooh, I think this isn't, freaking Lord, guys. Okay. This is another series that I think I bought, but I didn't buy them all. I think I have 2 in here maybe. Anyway, Serpent and Dove. I've heard great things about this one. It says on here, a brilliant debut full of everything I love by Sarah J. Maas. And everybody loves Sarah J. Maas. So I'm hoping I love this one too. So this one is a witch and a witch hunter bound in holy matrimony. There was only one way such a story could end, a strike and a match. All right. Bound to one another, love, honor, or burn. 2 years ago, Louise LeBlanc fled her coven and took shelter in the city of Serene, forsaking all magic and living off whatever she could steal. There, witches like Lou are hunted, they are feared, and they are burned. Sworn to the Church of the Cesare, Reed Diggory has lived his life by one principle: thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. His path was never meant to cross with Lou's, but a wicked stunt forces them into impossible union, holy matrimony. The war between witches and the church is an ancient one, and Lou's most dangerous enemies bring a fate worse than fire, unable to ignore her growing feelings, yet powerful to change what she is, and a choice must be made. And love makes fools of all of us. So that's Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahuron. Sorry if I butchered that. All right, so this is, I'm not going to read this just in case it ruins, like, spoiler, like, you know. So this is, I think, the third to that one. So there's one that I'm missing. But this one's Gods and Monsters by Shelby Maroon. And God hope I can find the one in between in a hardcover. For the same price, because these, let me tell you, great prices. Okay, so next, Lisa Jewell. So Lisa Jewell, I have been loving her books lately. So this one is The Truth About Melody Brown. Melody Brown can remember nothing before her 9th birthday. Now in her early 30s, Melody lives in the middle of London with her 17-year-old son. She hasn't seen her parents since she left home at 15, but Melody doesn't mind. She feels better off on her own. But when fragments of her past re-emerge, she slowly begins to piece together the real story of her childhood. With every mystery she solves, another one materializes. With every question she answers, another appears, and Melody begins to wonder if she'll ever know the truth about her past. Moving and memorable, Lisa Jewell proves once again she's a master storyteller. So if you haven't picked up, stickers. If you haven't picked up Lisa Jewell before, I highly recommend. I love her. So there we go. Okay, they've put all these books upside down, so I don't even know what's next. Don't even know. Ooh, okay. So this is Northern Spy by Flynn Berry, and it's on the Reese's Book Club. Now, who doesn't like that they put this that you can't pick off? Raise your hands. Put like a hand emoji in below. Bothers me. Okay, going back. They Will Forget About You, We Won't, IRA Graffiti, 2019. A producer at the BBC and a mother to a new baby, Teresa is at work in Belfast one day when the news of another raid comes on air. The IRA may have gone underground in the 2 decades since the Good Friday Agreement, but they never really went away. And lately, bomb threats, security checkpoints, and helicopters floating ominously over the city has become features of everyday life. As the news reports request the public's help in locating those responsible for the robbery, security footage reveals Teresa's sister, Marion, at the scene, pulling a black ski mask over her face. The police believe Marion has joined the IRA, but Teresa is convinced she must have been abducted or coerced. The sisters have always opposed the violence enacted in the name of the United Ireland. And besides, Marion is vacationing on the North Coast. Teresa just spoke to her yesterday. When the truth about Marion comes to light, Teresa is faced with impossible choices that will test the limits of her ideals, the bonds of her family, her notions of right and wrong, and her identity of her sister and her mother. Walking an increasingly perilous road, she wants nothing more than to protect the one person she loves more fiercely than her sister, her infant son Finn. Riveting, atmospheric, and exquisitely written, Northern Spy is at once a heart-pounding story of contemporary IRA and moving portrait of sister and motherhood and of life in a deeply divided society. Moving on. Who's excited? Okay. So can you see it? I am currently reading The Priority of the Orange Tree. So this is the second one in hardcover. And I think I got it for around $10. I was like, deal. And when there's a deal, Danny's in there. Okay, so I'm not even gonna read it because I don't want it to give me any spoilers, because I am not even a quarter way of that one. But anyway, so this is the second one. This is A Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon. Oh, that's a thick one. Look at that. Look at that tower. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. Okay, I've been wanting to read this for a while. The Personal Librarian by Marie Benedict, Victoria Christopher Murray. Okay, the remarkable story of J.P. Morgan's personal librarian, Belle DeCosta Green, the Black American woman who was forced to hide her true identity and pass as white to leave a lasting legacy that enriched our nation. In her 20s, Belle DeCosta Green is hired by J.P. Morgan to curate a collection of rare manuscripts, books, and artwork for his newly built Pierpont Morgan Library. Belle becomes a fixture in New York City society and one of the most powerful people in the art and book world, known for her impeccable taste and shrewd negotiating for critical works as she helps create a world-class collection. But Belle has a secret, one she must protect at all costs. She was not born Belle DaCosta Green, but Belle Marion Greener. She is the daughter of Richard Greener, the first Black graduate of Harvard and a well-known advocate of equality. Belle's complexion isn't dark because of her alleged Portuguese heritage that lets her pass as white. Her complexion is dark because she is African American. The Personal Librarian tells a story of extraordinary woman, famous for her intelligence, style, and wit, and shares the lengths she must go to for the protection of her family and her legacy to preserve her carefully crafted white identity in the racist world in which she lives. Hey, look guys, it's that other Practical Magic book. I think this is the first one, The Book of Magic by Alice Hoffman. The woman's family has been cursed in love for more than 300 years, but all of that is about to change. This novel begins in a library, the best place for a story to be conjured. When beloved Aunt Jet Owens hears the Death Watch beetle and knows she has only 7 days to live, Jet is not the only one in danger. The curse is already at work. A frantic attempt to save the young man's life spurs 3 generations of Owens women and one long-lost brother to use their unusual gifts to break the curse as they travel from Paris to London to England countryside, where the ancestor Maria Owens first practiced the unnamed art. The younger generation discovers secrets that have been hidden from them in matters of both magic and love by Sally Owens, their fiercely protective mother. As Kylie Owens uncovers the truth about who she is and what her own dark powers are, her Aunt Franny comes to understand that she is ready to sacrifice everything for her family, and Sally realizes that she is willing to give up everything for love. The Book of Magic is a breathtaking conclusion that celebrates mother and daughter and sister and brothers and anyone who has ever been in love. Okay, I honestly don't know which book goes first. Okay, it says the magic lessons, the world that we know, the rule of magic, practical magic. I don't know. If you know, please comment below. Okay, one last one. Kind of sad this is ending. Okay, Megan Golden, another author that I am loving right now. So if you haven't jumped down that train, jump on that one. So this is Megan Golden, Stay Awake. Let me get this book again. Okay. Liv Reese wakes up in the back of a taxi with no idea where she is or how she got there. When she's dropped off at a brownstone, a stranger answers the door, a stranger who claims to live in her apartment. She reaches for her phone to call for help, only to discover it's missing. In its place is a blood-stained knife. Her hands are covered in inscribed messages like graffiti on her skin. Stay awake. 2 years ago, Liv was thriving as a successful writer for a trendy magazine. Now she's lost and disoriented in New York City that looks nothing like what she remembers. Catching a glimpse of the local news, she's horrified to see reports of crime scene where a victim's blood has been used to scroll a message across a window, similar to the message that's linked on her hands. What did she do last night? And why does she remember nothing of her past 2 years? Liv finds herself on the run of the crime she doesn't remember committing, but there's someone who does know exactly what she did, and they'll do anything to make her forget permanently. A complex thriller that unfolds at breakneck speed. Stay Awake will keep you up all night. Fall read, maybe? Maybe? All right. So what do you guys think? Should I have bought more books? Ay. All right. So I think I'm set for the next while. I've been really good about buying books. I've been using my library like every week, and my library is great. I just in the app, I just sort of request the books, and then I go and there's a pile of books with my name on it, and then I pick it up. So, and then if you don't like the book, you don't feel so bad because you didn't buy it, and you can just kind of hand it back, which has happened. But I think I'm going to enjoy all of these. Let me know if you've read any of these. Let me know which one you think I should read first. Let me know which one you think I should put in my fall TBR, which will probably be my next video. Thank you for coming to my channel today. Thank you for following me in my crazy book order. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 books. That's my lucky number. So that's cool. All right, thanks guys. See you soon.